Chefs can be a little bit weird. We should know, we've got 3 of them.
But they can also be very helpful to us normals when we're trying to get by in the kitchen.
Yep, so myself and the other 2 chefs, Kush and Ben, have come up with a list of simple store cupboard ingredients that we quite regularly use to take our cooking up a notch. The first of which is under the cloche.
I'm going for Ebbers.
Ta-da!
Okay, let's just dig straight in.
I think you thought that might have been a peanut butter.
It's very, very smooth, very salty, almost yeasty.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a lovely sort of like butteriness coming through at the end.
It's an ingredient we've used so much on the channel.
Is it miso?
Correct. Miso, which is a fermented bean, in this case soybean paste. It is heavy on salt. It's also got the koji in it, which gives it that nice funky ferment. Question is, have you got any at home? Do you already use it? Where do you use it? How do you use it? Should you be using more of it?
I've used miso. I know what it is. Do I have it at home? No.
Why not?
Probably because I don't know a huge amount of dishes where I could use it or how.
Then you're in luck. That's kind of what we're going to do today. Explore, obviously, miso, a Japanese ingredient used a lot in Japanese cooking. We have done countless times on the channel, but also super useful in a whole host of other applications.
So what am I doing, Ebbers?
Making a French dressing.
Talk me through it.
Oil, lemon, mustard. Whisk it up.
Oil, lemon, mustard, that's enough of a dressing for me. I'm intrigued to see what the miso can do.
A little tiny bit of mustard helps to emulsify it and gives it that kind of classic French dressing with salt and pepper. But we're not going to because we're going to put the miso through it.
Tastes like a salad dressing.
Simple, it's going to lift some basic leaves. Add in a teaspoon or so of miso.
I always associate miso with like just Japanese cuisine. This is a very trendy thing to put on a menu. I see it around a lot.
Yeah, that is such a good point. But when it comes to actually using it in my kitchen, I instantly run out of places where I know how to use it properly.
It gives you an umami-ness, which we talk about a lot, but basically that savoury saltiness, but it has so much more, a sweetness, a kind of tang and a savouriness.
Here we go. It's salty and it's buttery and it's delicious.
So often when you have these sort of jars at home, you feel like you've got to use a lot of it, but actually just a small teaspoon in that makes a big difference.
Use it to roast vegetables. You can add it into marinades and things like that. We've often done like miso glazed aubergine before roasting or grilling, but you can do any number of vegetables. It also works really nicely in baked goods.
Instantly, any way to add some flavour to salads and vegetables, which I'm so up for, and it's infinitely better with than without.
While you're enjoying that, Barry, can I feed you some of our miso? So you can get white miso, you can get red miso, you can get brown miso. They're different levels of fermenting. You can even get miso made from rice rather than just beans.
You've made your own miso? Oh my goodness. It's a mystery Tupperware box, Mike.
It's much chunkier, but this has been about 6 months like this with salt, koji and blitzed up butter beans.
If I get poorly.
If I get poorly, it's lovely.
Oh, God, that's strong. Whoa.
That's a whole world of deliciousness.
Oh my goodness. You hit with salt straight away, but so there it goes. You get the funk.
Sweet.
The sweetness, really sweet. Question is, are you gonna buy yourself a jar of miso?
Yeah, absolutely. It's also something that we've started introducing into sidekick recipes. This, with the stuff that I'm learning today and through using it through the app, I'm excited to buy a jar. Love it. Genuinely love it.
The key to it is think outside of Japanese cuisine as well as celebrating it for that too.
If it makes salad and veg taste different and amazing, I'm all for it, and I will be buying a jar, genuinely.
Your turn, number 2.
Papaw, hello. A dark, shot it?
Wouldn't shot it, but
Whoa, whoa. Okay, let's think of some words to describe that.
yes please, that's how this works.
I'd like to see taste it.
Why am I straight away getting a waft of cat food?
Cat food?
Oh, I don't know, I'm smelling it, I don't want to taste it.
I need to know strong flavours.
It's not calling me this, but I'm going for it.
Have you ever seen anyone shot this ingredient?
No.
Oh yeah! It tastes like I'm licking the top of a dirty fish tank.
And this is why we think everyone should have it in their store cupboard. It's an absolutely brilliant ingredient. Do you know what it is? We've used it countless times.
Fish sauce?
Correct.
Quite fishy, is it?
Very fishy.
So it is the liquid form of basically fish that's been salted and then fermented for a couple of years, which gives it that wonderful glutamate umami. So that's why we love it. That's why it adds depth and richness and savouriness to many, many dishes. Should we try it with one?
Yes! I'm here for the journey.
So in front of you, you've got a pot of bolognese and then some pasta.
Bolognese and fish sauce.
Yeah, I instantly thought we were going back to its origin.
Yeah.
Which makes perfect sense. It's used in a lot of dipping sauces, it's used through stir fries, so many applications across Southeast Asia. Now, add in a tablespoon or so of fish sauce and stir it in.
It feels like a brave ingredient to use.
Essentially, it's very salty, but it's also got that umami savouriness that will draw out what you already have in there with tomatoes. And?
Straight away, it elevates the sweetness from the tomatoes in there. There's a rich umami flavour that comes through.
Does it taste of fish at all?
No, the funkiness of fish goes.
Did it taste better than before?
That was already a delicious bolognese. I'd be happy with that on its own. But it's just been made 5%, 10% better with a simple little splash of that. Bit more, because I'm intrigued to see how much better it can get.
I actually have a bottle of fish sauce at home in my cupboard. I don't think I'd trust myself being able to use it anywhere, even though I completely get the logic, because I'd constantly be afraid that I'd make my food taste fishy.
you may well consider putting anchovies into meatball mixtures, for example. We've done that before. You may consider putting a little bit of Worcestershire sauce through a cottage pie or a shepherd's pie, because it just gives you that oomph. Fish sauce would do the same thing.
I hate saying things like this, but it just tastes more complex than something that I'd make. And if it really is just that.
There are just some times that when you're cooking at home, you just need the confidence of a chef to tell you, it's okay.
Yeah.
Add a bit in.
So, in terms of other dishes we could use it in and how and when you use it and add it to the dish, what are we saying?
Anything that's slow, long cooked with meat or tomatoes. So any stews or casseroles, ragu, things like that are really good. Beef or lamb work really well. But also, it would work nicely in a lot of soups.
Wow.
So honestly, you buying a bottle of fish sauce?
Let me finish the bottle I bought 5 years ago first, and then I'll buy another one.
But now you know more places to put it.
Perfect.
Number 3, again, not a groundbreaking ingredient, but hopefully different ways to use it. Have a taste.
I think nutty, smooth, oily, slightly bitter. I think that's tahini.
Yep.
Oh.
Tahini, so a paste of sesame seeds, again an ingredient we've used a lot on the channel in a number of different ways. But generally speaking,
Hummus.
Hummus, that's all I can think
that
of as
kind
well.
of, yeah, and kind of through sort of Middle Eastern cuisine.
We are such normals.
Hummus.
Hummus.
And for that application, it's perfect. But let's think about some others.
I didn't see this coming.
So if you take a couple of tablespoons and just whisk it into custard, we're going to serve it with some rhubarb and some toasted sesame seeds. Boom.
Can I just ensure that this is straight out the packet, Normal's custard?
That is straight out of the carton.
Yes!
Oh, wow!
Yes!
Devonshire's finest. What you can do is take a ready-made ingredient, which is already great, but just give it a twist that if you're serving it, people go, that is, inverted commas, chefy.
In the spirit of fair testing, I'll try a bit beforehand.
Oh, that's so good.
So think about tahini in sweet things. You can put it through caramel, you can put it through cookies, you can put it through custards like we're doing here. You can put it through anywhere where fat is present.
You can, but would you?
Basically, it's peanut butter made from sesame seeds. But if you see peanut butter on a menu, it almost brings it down a level. Where actually, if you put tahini on a menu, it kind of takes it up, and yet they're basically doing the same thing.
Right, I'm doing it.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Better be good, because I feel like it's weird.
You might need to go a bit more.
Oh, no, we are getting there. That's ridiculous. I'd never, ever do this. Never do this.
Also great in ice cream or drizzled over ice cream.
Does it almost need a sweetness? Like, if you had that on its own, it's very, very savoury.
Yeah, fantastic. What I love about the 3 ingredients we've done so far are they don't change the flavour profile of the dish. So it doesn't taste nutty. It just adds of something. And I just would never think of putting that into custard. But that custard tastes like I'm a genius for making it.
Oh, it's got the toasty kind of finish.
Yeah, it's almost like roasted.
It gives it an added fragrance as well. Like, that makes it taste a little bit fancy.
It tastes fantastic.
Tahini, have you already got some in your store cupboard?
Nope.
Will you get some?
Absolutely yes.
I feel like, especially for you, it's got your name all over it
Yeah.
because it's kind of got that peanut butter thing that you love.
Yeah.
Just more sophisticated.
Just more sophisticated.
It's like, you know, that's where I'm aiming. More sophisticated.
Last one, Baz, number 4, something else we think you should have in your store cupboard. That goes above and beyond the basics.
Straight away, it looks like a chilli of some sort.
Have a taste.
Oh, slightly smoky. It's a very tingly spice. It's tingling the end of my tongue, but it's not hot. Oh, it is hot, but it's like, it's a very sweet, fruity chilli that's tickling my tongue.
These are red pepper flakes, but the pepper is the Aleppo pepper. And it's not spicy, but it gets fruity and smoky and delicious.
It's very smoky, but not in a smoked salmon kind of way. It's like it's been burnt almost.
For me, it's a cross between a roasted pepper, a sun-dried tomato, and a chilli.
It's a completely different type of chilli.
And like all of the ingredients we've talked about today, these are now readily available in supermarkets in the UK.
Right, what am I cooking with this? I'm excited. Simple but effective, eggs.
This is like a really trendy brunch item we're seeing all over London at the moment, have been for a while. It's so easy you can do it at home. It's the Aleppo pepper eggs, basically. So fry some eggs in some butter, and then right at the end, sprinkle over a generous amount of Aleppo pepper, and it goes a wonderful reddish colour with the butter, and you whack it on some toasted bread of sorts.
I have a question about Aleppo pepper. Is it a frying oil pepper or a finishing seasoning?
I would say it's wonderful as a finishing chili over anything with yogurt, in this case eggs. Think of it anywhere where you love sort of Turkish grilled meats and kebabs.
Oh, nice.
I genuinely think at home about 50% of the dishes I cook have chili flakes in them. If I could sub this in to bring a bit more flavour on really simple things like eggs or avocado, the things that I'm doing all the time, and even like basic pasta dishes, that's a really cool chili to use.
We use salt and pepper so often, all I'm suggesting is sub out that black pepper for Aleppo pepper, and you're also getting that fruitiness that comes from, for me, that cross between roasted red pepper, sun-dried tomato and chili, kind of all in one.
What are you getting? Is there any difference?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I often don't really see things like salt, pepper and chili to be ingredients. Like they're seasoning things. Suddenly with that, those eggs taste fruity. It's
In a good way.
In a good way, yeah.
I think we know the answer, but the question is, Aleppo pepper, you adding it to your store cupboard?
100%. Best one yet.
I really wanted to make them work for this
I
episode,
know.
but they've all been genuinely fantastic.
Too easy.
Miso, fish sauce, tahini and Aleppo pepper, 4 ingredients readily available in UK supermarkets, worth having on hand to add into so many applications, not just the obvious cuisine that you might first associate with that ingredient.
Ebbers. Kush, better Ben. Thanks. Great job.
Great
job.
Thank you.
And if you don't happen to have 3 chefs just knocking about, firstly, lucky you. Secondly, that's exactly why we built our Sidekick app.
It basically takes all their chefy knowledge and helps you cook a week's delicious meals from a single shopping list, cutting out food waste, discovering new dishes and tips along the way.
Essentially, it means you get food on your table where you go, wow, I can't believe I made that.
I guess the question is, Aleppo pepper. What are you doing?
I'm ordering it. That's my favourite one yet.
We'll add it to your weekly shopping list. You don't need to do a special order just
No, I'm
for
just
it.
making a note that this is going in for this week's shop.
He's such a performer.